Genetic cloning is the use of scientific method to make identical or sort of identical copies of an organism's cells or their DNA sequence. It began in the 19th century, 1885, through embryo cloning, and it was popularized in 1996 by Dolly the sheep. She was the first mammal to ever be created through nuclear cell transfer. A couple of years after that, the U.S. prohibited human cloning. By this point in time, human cloning was pretty much banned on a global scale. Um, of course, it wasn't banned everywhere, but a lot of countries had it banned, and we banned it as well. But the prohibition was specific to humans. It did not stop the cloning of any other DNA of any other plants or animals. Some people thought that the ban was too broad, and some people thought the ban wasn't broad enough because the the Prohibition Act banned human cloning of embryos. Embryos can be used for stem cells and therapeutic cloning as well as human cloning or reproductive cloning. Um, and so it banned the both of those things, and some people found a problem with that, but the ban did not stop private practices from being able to do whatever they wanted. So that's the other end of the debate, that it wasn't broad enough. So the two perspectives that I chose argued on opposite ends of the debate. One side on Article 8 specific thought that the ban was too broad because it banned therapeutic cloning, and therapeutic cloning could be used to advance medicine and scientific research through the cloning of embryonic stem cells. And so they were really arguing because the ban prohibited stem cell research in a way, and that choked scientific autonomy, and they felt like it would set a precedent that would deplete science as we know it. Um, and because science rarely unfolds as unpredictable, they thought that human cloning, for the purposes of advancing medicine, shouldn't be considered unethical, nor should it be banned. Now, the other article thought that cloning would threaten everything that we hold dear, and it would give one generation too much genetic control over another. And they also argued that other countries had cloning banned for a reason, and our Congress needs to follow suit as well, because most people in America at this point in time did not agree with cloning. It was too unpredictable. They didn't know enough about it, and so they were suggesting that cloning be banned, even if it was for a little while, just so that people could do more research and look into the risk of it. A fear of cloning being weaponized to create a perfect world, so to speak, to create a eugenic world. Um, and so a lot of people were afraid of that, and that was also another reason why cloning was something that people wanted prohibited. Assuming that genetic cloning will be used therapeutically in the future, it aligns with these three principles in the Code of Ethics. Um, the dignity and worth of a person has to be considered because social workers have to respect a person's autonomy, their privacy, and their rights. Um, if they get involved with cloning, and that could be like donors, surrogates, and any other cloned individuals. They have to think about social justice as well. Let's say that cloning technology becomes popular in our society. Social workers have to ensure that that technology isn't used to negatively impact certain populations, more so referring to that eugenic society that people may fear, um, as well as ensuring that cloning technology is accessible to everyone, and they have to exercise competence because social workers may end up engaging with communities or individuals that may be affected by cloning issues. And so staying up to date and informed will ensure that they make well informed decisions